Guys, I just wanted to share that I my husband's death anniversary was yesterday. Um that is the reason I was going through such a bad depression and suicidal over this past week, especially in the last 4 days where I actually had the suicide attempt and have been really depressed and all because I've missed up to 2 weeks worth of medicine before and I never had a mood shift. Um, I've missed close to 3 weeks worth of medicine and I've never had a mood plummet as hard as it did this time. And I was really wondering why I was so depressed, so depressed. And yesterday was the anniversary, and I spent the entire day in bed, and I didn't even realize it was the day of his anniversary. Like in the last couple of weeks, I've been keeping track of the days, counting the days down, counting the days down. But I got so depressed that it totally slipped my mind, and I've been thinking about them all throughout the day, and especially when I get in bed at night. Like that's really when my brain starts getting really active. It takes me like 2 hours to fall asleep, even with a ton of sleeping pills, because I have to take a heavy dose of sleeping pills or I don't fall asleep at night. I've been that way since I was a teenager. So it just, over the years, the dosage has increased and increased and increased. And so I'm on a lot of sleeping pills. But it just occurred to me today, the day after the anniversary, that yesterday was the anniversary, which would explain why I couldn't get out of bed and why I was in bed most of today. But this is like the second or third year that the date itself has passed without me being aware of the actual date of the anniversary until the day after. Um, but this has been the first year that it was particularly severe. Um, Grieving over it because it was compounded by me missing 2 weeks of medication for mood, schizoaffective, and depression. So, which is way, way worse because most of the last like 2, 3 years has been painful and I've cried about it, but it hasn't been crippling. I might need a little extra rest in bed on the day of the anniversary or in the days leading up to it, but it hasn't been particularly bad because I am medicated for mood and depression, so it's not crippling. But I was totally off all that medicine in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks leading up to the death anniversary. So it just hit me like a ton of bricks and like a total brick wall, and everything fell apart. So I did want to let you guys know that is the reason everything crashed down as hard as it did. I don't know why I didn't put two and two together in my head, but grief is like that. Sometimes it can totally wreck everything and you have no idea why things are going so haywire, especially if it's not a brand new death. Like we're on year 7 now. But that was my husband. I've never been as close to anyone except my best friend, which was his grandmother. That is the only best friend I've ever had in my whole life. And so between him, she passed a year after he died. Um, so I have her anniversary is November 17th. I just finished grieving over that. Then his is March 16th. So I have the two of them fairly within a few months of each other. So I'm always thinking about the two of them within a fairly close range of each other. But just wanted to share his anniversary was yesterday. So I'm still going to need some rest and recovery over the next week or so. And I'm still going to be thinking about him a whole lot, but that is why I got as depressed as I did. So, just wanted to share.